Well, goodness, here I am carrying on like a little worker bee, and I totally forgot to make some video. So, back down here at the 1971 mobile home shower install, and so far I've got, I had this in the last video. I've got the tub down. I made my little 2x6 front for it. I picked up some shark bite fittings and some galvanized steel fittings like these right here. I couldn't get these out of the old fixture, so I'm going to make a new one. Got those, and what I'm doing right now is just reinforcing this shower wall. And I have cut my piece. Well, where did it go? Let's see. Here it is. I cut my new piece here. I'm measuring to make sure I drill these holes out nice and even like. So it's 22 inches from here to here. 11 inches brings me on my center of my drain. So this will go right in here like so. Not that high, of course. I'm gonna have this about 12 inches from the tub. Well, you see what I'm doing. I'm gonna have it be about that high. Don't want your water falling like a waterfall and splashing all over the place. So that's what I'm doing right now. This wall here is technically not 100% secure. I did that on purpose. That way I got some movement where I can kind of pull it in and do what I gotta do. Because even though the trailer is not 100% level, I want to make sure my wall's as good as I can get it. So yeah, I believe that's what I'm working on now. I'll catch you guys in a few minutes and show you what I got done and if I come up with any genius ideas. Yeah, I did have to go back and rebuild this drain again because, well, is it leaking already? Oh, dang it. Why is it leaking again? I haven't poured nothing in it. And it's not leaking here. It's good. What's going on? I don't understand. I bought this new plumbing here, this P-trap. It's all new because the old one, I don't have it on my to show you, but there's a little sleeve on the inside that was all beat up and gashed out and all kinds of stuff. And I was for sure that was my problem. Well, I guess not. Maybe I'm still not doing something right. Dang it. Okay, so the only thing that I can think of that the reason why it might have dripped is because this is a 2-inch drain. Okay, it's meant for a piece of 2-inch PVC. I had to glue in a reducer, that way it would take 1.5 inches. And I had to cut a piece about that long of 1.5 inch PVC. That way I could stick it up in the reducer, and then I could attach it to the P-trap. Well, you can't really see here, but if you get over here, see that little piece right up in there? I didn't glue that, and there's a reason why I didn't glue it. Is because if they ever want to disconnect the P-trap, like unscrew it and clean it out, if I had that glued in there, they couldn't pull it out. So that's why I didn't glue it. I mean, it didn't leak a lot. Maybe because I didn't have my drain tightened all the way, the big nut for the drain assembly itself. So I tightened that up, and I felt around the P-trap where it screws together. I didn't feel any water there, so I'm thinking it's probably that little piece of PVC. But, if they want it glued, I mean, I'll come back and glue it, but if it was me, I want to be able to disassemble it, because they might use this shower and realize this sucks. We need a tub, which I think is going to suck, because who doesn't need a tub? That's why they make tub shower combos, because sometimes it's just nice to have a tub, Not everybody wants to stand up when they get clean, I guess. I don't know. Excuse the lawnmower noise outside. So I thought I'd show you guys this. What this is going to be the board that my faucet assembly goes into, okay? And I wanted to center it on this piece of 1x, or I guess it's 1x, a half by, I don't know, as they say on the Vice Grip Garage. I don't know. so I'm using these lines to center up where the faucet's going to go. They don't have to be perfect, but I want to get as good as I can. That way your handles go through, but I do want to make sure where the faucet screws, this right here, there's going to be some of that 1/2 inch galvanized pipe that comes down and goes that way, for the faucet head itself, and then this part goes up to meet your shower head. But I want to make this as in center to this board as possible in relation to my drain, because I don't want my faucet to be like way off of my drain where it looks kind of crooked. That's how my faucet is in my tub. It kind of aggravates the crap out of me, but there's nothing really I can do to change it unless I want to take down a whole bunch of stuff, and I'm not about that. So now I'm going to be marking me some holes and doing some drilling. So here is the knob assembly, I guess what you call it, of the faucet, or the faucet, whichever. What I'm curious is, should the holes be drilled out big enough to where all of this little flange here goes completely into the wood, or do I have it right? That's what I'm asking myself right now. I'm not sure. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and install it like this, and if for some reason I don't have enough room out here to put on my handles after the drywall and then the surround, then I know I've got a little bit of play and I can pull it out and drill it out and get some more space. So here's what we gonna do now. I got some of these shark bite fittings. They're 1/2" 90s that are threaded on the inside for here. That way I can have a place to get my water lines instead of using that stupid PVC and all that glue. I hate that. For some of you all that don't know, and trust me, I'm no professional, this right here is what they call Teflon tape. Anytime you have a threaded surface, like metal to metal, especially in like a water line, you want to throw some Teflon tape on it. You can use it on plastic, or, I mean, I don't know all the different places you can use Teflon tape, but if it's got a thread on it, usually I'll throw some on it just to be safe. Next thing I'm doing is installing these pieces of galvanized piping. Now here's the old faucet assembly. See how it goes? It's got the 3" drop, and then you've got the 90° elbow, and then it's got the 5" piece of galvanized piping coming out where your faucet head actually screws. Well, I bought the same stuff except for this piece. This is a 6" piece. I'm trying to keep in mind I have to compensate for the diameter of the drywall going up, plus the shower surround. So this should give me a long enough piece. That way I can screw my faucet head in and not really have any issues, I hope. If nothing else, I'm not going to torque it all down really hard until, you know, like the final, before you turn the water on. So, story of my life. Got in a hurry. I got half of the right part. I needed a 1/2" and a 1/2" 90, but I picked up a 1/2" and 3/4. So, off to the hardware store I go. It's one of the lessons that you learn when you're not a professional and you're trying to learn as you go. Okay, I'm sitting here thinking, okay, I'm hooking up a shower. Okay, now it would kind of suck to have your shower, your faucet controls down here while you're standing in here, so you got to keep bending over real far to turn on the thing. And I got to thinking, I was like, wait a minute, aren't shower controls in a shower a lot higher than the faucet itself? I got to looking online, and typically your shower controls are 48 inches in just a stand-up shower, and then the faucet itself is about, 12 inches off the bottom. So instead of using a 3" like I was just rebuilding the stock setup, now I have to go back to where I just got from. That way my shower controls can be up here and you're not breaking your back and taking the chance on slipping because you're bent over in a wet shower, or a shower period. So I ain't been back 10 minutes. I gotta go back again. Holy crap. Ugh. I'm getting stressed out. This is how it is, man. Like when you're not a pro and you don't do this kind of stuff every day, you just run into this stuff, and it's just like I even got up early. I'm out here at the crack trying to get this done or make a considerable amount of progress. And I've been to the hardware store 3 times today. My whole day's been driving. You figure it takes me 20 minutes, maybe 30 if I'm putting one way to get to the hardware store. So that's where all your day goes. It's just, I'm gonna stop by the house and fix me a sandwich. You want a piece of ham? Huh? Can I get a paw? There we go. Can I get a leg? There you go. Good puppy. Yeah. What are you doing there? Now you settle down. Hey, want a piece of ham? Get back. Get back. You're jealous. Get back. Hey. Get back. There. Why are you so jealous? Goodness. You leave her alone. She gets to have treats every once in a while too. Yeah. You jealous? Are you so jealous? Huh? Where are you going? What are you doing? You trying to dig to China? Huh? You don't want to go to China. What are you doing, puppy? You jealous pot. You jealous. Is that good, kitty? Yeah. So, I like ham. Come on, let's go. Finally back from the hardware store for the 1,000,000th time. So this is what we're looking at. This is just kind of a rough, mock-up of how it's probably going to look. I went ahead and got 2 lengths of this galvanized 1/2-inch pipe. I just didn't want to use PVC and get into all that glue, because the thing I like about this, using pipe and all these galvanized fittings, is you take it apart. You're not cutting nothing. You're not trying to make stuff work. So the only thing I'm kind of cobbling together is these 2 white lines. These are the water lines, and I'm just going to put those together with shark bites and use some PEX to come up here. As you can see, I went ahead and bought some more shark bite fittings. Instead of having the 90s like I had, I went ahead and had this straight down. That way I don't put the PEX in any kind of weird bind or anything. Awesome camera work, huh? So I got to make a wooden support for down here that comes out of, and anchor that to the wall. And I think I might try to reinforce this up here somehow, but I haven't made my mind up yet, so getting back after it. Okay, so I got the braces done. I tried to make sure they're level, but it really doesn't matter if these are level, but still I know it looks halfway decent. And you get up here, and the shower head's reinforced. Like I said, nothing's tightened down, and I ran out of Teflon tape for up here, so it'll be another trip to the hardware store. But all in all, I think if you stand in the shower, I think this would be okay. Like I said, there we go. Like I said, nothing's tightened down. It's just a rough end. So I think with the faucets being right here, it's almost, it's right at my waistline of my belt. On the top of my belt is about where that is. I think that feels kind of natural. I think that'd be okay. I wouldn't complain if it was in my house, but then again, I think that'd look okay. Let's get the bottom piece kind of screwed on. And there's the fancy piece. Now, it's not perfectly centered. I mismeasured a little bit, but what do y'all think? Y'all think it's okay? I think it's okay. What do y'all think? I think the drains, if I look on my phone, it looks like the drain's over to the right a little bit, but if I just look at it without looking through my phone, it looks almost right on. But I think that'd be okay, don't you guys? It doesn't have to be the Biltmore or nothing, but oh well. So now I don't know what I'm gonna do next. I think I need to start getting ready to start cutting some drywall and kind of roughing that in. And then once I get that fit and I know it's gonna look okay, then I can go ahead and anchor the wall down permanently where it don't move. It moves up here, you know, back and forth. I can, if I pulled on it real hard, I could move it. But yeah, I think that looks okay. See, I'm about to come over here and be slick. I got, oh, yeah. I can't be slick because this has got threads on it and this is just PVC. I need a 90 shark bite. I mean, I could use PVC and just glue it. I don't want to, that's dumb. At least this way you can take it all apart. Let me see if I ain't got some 1/2 inch 90s. I found fugging. Yeah, it's gonna be nice. I know shark bite is just so expensive stuff to use, but it's just so nice, so much easier. I'm gonna clean that off real quick. So let's put that there on the bottom. There we go. That's how easy it is, y'all. Let me go see if I can't get some of this dirt off. I'll come back and snap that one off. Look at this right here. And see, they swivel. You can kind of make them do whatever you want. So nice. Now, I just got to cut my pecs. I got my red for the hot and the blue for the cold. And I'm not really sure which one of these are hot. I'm going to say this one comes up. I'm going to say this one's hot because it goes down into the hot water heater. And the other one is cold. Well, and well, that's hard to tell. They got so much stuff going on. Okay, that one goes in. I'm gonna say that one with that metal fitting is a hot. That's what I'm gonna say. So this one here, this top one should be hot. Here we go, fugging. We got water lines hooked up. See how much easier shark bites are? The only downside to shark bites is you have to spend some money on them. They are pretty pricey on some things. Like this here, I think was like $4 or $5, just that one fitting. Now, you get into like the big brass shut-off fittings and stuff like that, they're like $30 or $40 a piece. They are quite expensive. So, yeah. Hopefully now if it just don't leak. That'd be a bonus. Late Saturday, I guess it's probably about 4 o'clock. I'm down here at the single wide, working on the bathroom again. Kind of getting a late start. Come to find out I didn't have any clean laundry. Everything was all muddy and messed up, so I had to get that done. So today's project is get the drywall up. And they want to keep this window, so I've got to unscrew this and take this handle off and take a measurement, because I'm going to try to piece the drywall here and then come back and cut the hole for a window out later once I get the drywall screwed into place, and then I'll work on the sides. I still have to add a 2x4 here to give me a little bit of extra mounting surface for drywall screws. So yeah, let's get that drywall cut. Got one sheet up, it's just kind of holding up there. I need to go get my dimple tool, and yeah, just like everything else, I keep forgetting stuff. So it's just screwed up there with one little screw just to hold it. And keep in mind, you don't have to have drywall perfect. You can have the corners looking kind of crappy. It's totally okay because it'll all get covered up. So if you're doing drywall for the first time, don't worry about it. Here's a tip. If you're going to do drywall in your mobile home, learn how to hang it, which is really easy. Don't trip out on being perfect when it comes to cutting, because like I said, it's all going to get covered either with another piece of drywall or your drywall tape or mud or whatever. But hang your drywall, but instead of trying to learn how to finish drywall, hire the finishing out. Let somebody else do the hard part, because that's where it's going to matter the most as far as getting your drywall to look really good. Hang it, but hire the finish out. That's my word of advice. So I got my little dimple tool. Also, this is probably the best $4 you could probably ever spend. Let me get over here in the light. As you can see, it's got a little Phillips head bit. And what this does, this is going to countersink the screws to make them look real nice. And that's what you want. You just don't want to screw your drywall screw straight into the paper, because the last thing you want to do is break this paper. So when you break it, you weaken the drywall, and usually it takes a lot more mud to fill each screw. So yeah, but if you hire the finish work out, it makes it easier for the finish guys. They don't have to come in and do a bunch of patching and sanding and stuff to try to fix where you just run the screws in. Well, my battery's about dead in my phone, so I'm gonna make this real quick. Here's the progress I've got so far. I've got the bottom half roughed in. That wall, I kind of came down and cut a little bit there. And I've added this 2x4 for extra support for the drywall. So now I just got to measure this and cut that piece of drywall, and that'd be the bottom half. And the only other thing I got to do is cut these 3 pieces and cut a big hole and drill a little hole. And then that should be done, and hopefully the surround will go up without a problem. And where I did find a problem, you can see where the drywall doesn't sit all the way back, kind of like here. So that kind of worries me a little bit. And I tried to fix it and like pull the tub out. Couldn't do it. So I hope that doesn't mess it up too bad. Like I said, I'm no pro, but I'm trying to do it, you know, as best I can. And but it is what it is. You run into problems, and sometimes you just got to deal with it. So